Look at this. There was a time where I made thousands of planners, to do lists, timetables, and nothing of them actually worked for me. And you already know that there are thousands and tons of planners and productivity and time management videos all over the internet, but only a small group of people are actually benefited from that. And बाकी लोगों का क्या? They are still stuck in the same loop of watching one video after the other and the other, but not more. I was so much confused that I know about Pomodoro technique, the importance of waking early in the morning, the 80-20 rule, and this technique, this theory, that theory. But why is nothing working for me? Why, at the end of the day, I still feel that I was not productive enough? And trust me, अगर आप लोगों को भी यही लगता है, then the problem might not be in the techniques and the things that you already know. The problem might be in the mistakes that you might be making. And you know what? You clicked on the right video. Today, I'll be telling you the mistakes, the most common mistake that most people make while sitting at their study desk, studying something or focusing something, and still feeling that all of the day that they had was a waste. Before starting this video, let me tell you that all of us know that how many distractions are present in this world, and there's a person who helped me to get out from my distraction, and the catch is that that person is available for each and everyone present in this world. Um, Let me tell it to you at the end of the video. Stay connected. First is Goodhart's law. Let's see what it says. It says that when a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. Now let me explain it to you in simplest way. इट सेज कि अगर आपका टारगेट आज दिन में 2 लेक्चर्स कंप्लीट करने का है, सो देयर आर चांसेस दैट आपका पूरा टारगेट सिर्फ उन 2 लेक्चर्स को कंप्लीट करने में चला जाता है rather than actually studying it. And it's really so relatable. I have faced it on my own that whenever I felt that these are the things that I need to complete, and my whole heart asked me to just complete it anyhow. And rather than actually studying those lectures, I literally skipped the things that I felt is not important, and I watched that whole lectures on 2x, skipping the boring parts, and at the end having a tick that yes, I completed this lecture. क्या मुझे समझ में आया? नहीं. क्या मुझे वो याद रहेगा? नहीं. क्या कोई मैं क्वेश्चन कर पाऊंगी? बिल्कुल भी नहीं. And this is a mistake that most of the people follow who are into online coachings. We have PW and Next Toppers, Science and Fun, and people have live lectures and many recorded ones, and the whole target becomes completing those lectures rather than actually studying it. Second is law of diminishing returns. It says that after a certain point, extra effort produces smaller gains, and it's very common. Look, you don't have to study 100%. Study 80%, and when your saturation comes, then stop. Have a break. Like what most people do is that whenever they are studying and they are like कि अब चीज़ें दिमाग में नहीं जा रही हैं, and they still force themselves to study more. Are they understanding anything? No, not at all. They are just studying without grabbing the things into their brain. And this is a mistake that most people do. Rather than having a complete study session of 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, break it down. Like you don't have to have a study session of 25 minutes or 45 minutes. What you need to do is start studying, and at a point where you feel that I'm not able to grasp the things up, have a break. Go out for a walk or just have a break. Sit down with yourself, take deep breaths, drink water, and then get back to study once again. This is the right approach that you need to do. Track attention instead of tracking time. And here is the biggest mistake that most of the people make. They track their time instead of tracking their attention. They track that from 9 to 8 I have to do this, from 8 to 9 I have to do this, and from that time I have to do that. No, this is not the way things work. Let me give you my example. My sleeping time is 10 p.m. and मैंने क्या decide किया था कि from 9 to 10 I'll be studying. Sorry. And मैंने क्या decide किया था कि from 9 to 10 I'll be having a revision session. But revising requires brain. Revising means active recall and it consumes your mind. And at the end of the day, I was not ready for it, where my whole body just felt like sleeping. So instead of that, I switched to something that is so light, just like having a book and reading it in my mind, or watching 20 minutes of video that is like related to my studies. That was more convincing to me. And in the morning, when I was super fresh, that was the correct time for me to revise. And you will be knowing about your body clock once you start realizing that what thing grabs your attention. When you are tracking your attention, you must track not only the things, not only your energy levels, but also the distractions that you might have. Like for most of the people, the night time is full of watching reels and chatting. So when you know that from this time to that time I am on my phone doing this thing that is not so good for me, then switch that time to another thing. This is a more realistic approach that you can have. Lower your standards. Here is another mistake that most of the people make. They are running after perfections. They don't switch to next thing until and unless they get perfect in the one. And now let me explain that how it applies to your studies. Most people spend their time only on a single chapter. They are stuck on the single one, studying them again and again, realizing that जब तक मेरे को ये चैप्टर नहीं आ जाता मैं दूसरा नहीं पढ़ूंगी या फिर मैं दूसरा काम नहीं करूंगी. This is such a ridiculous thing that you can ever have. Most of the people don't even give tests ड्यू टू दिस कि मेरा तो ये चैप्टर नहीं हुआ, ये चैप्टर नहीं हुआ, जब ये दोनों चैप्टर कर लूँगी तब टेस्ट दूंगी. कभी ऐसा होने ही नहीं वाला. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन हैव a approach that okay, I have studied this much, let me practice it. And while practicing it one time, two time, you will feel that yeah, at least I know something and I can switch to other thing too. World of imagination. No matter how many hours you study, how many beautiful notes you make, I have realized that what most people do while studying is that they know that they are learning something, they know that they are in the class, but their brain is another world, imagining and dreaming. Like suddenly they just want to be the prime minister and having a blueprint to how they can save their country, and the very next moment they are imagining themselves as a professional artist doing these things. Next minute they are imagining themselves with their friend and doing something that they never did, that too while studying at sitting at their desk or studying something, or while even talking to anyone. They are just zooming out in their own world. Here is the catch: almost everyone in the world feel that, but the choice of just getting deep into our imagination is always in our hand. Rather than just imagining, what you can do instead is that whenever you are sitting to study and a thought comes into your mind, just write it down. Don't ask your brain to stop. We don't have to imagine. Ask your brain कि कोई बात नहीं, let's pause, let me complete this part and then I'll imagine. And eventually when that part of you will be completed, and when you will think, you will just even forget about that thought that it came into my mind. It actually works. Like एक दो दिन तक you will realize late, मतलब थोड़े लेट से रियलाइज होगा कि आई एम इमेजिनिंग, बट वंस you start doing it for 3 to 4 days, then eventually this habit of yours will just went off. Listening to your heart, not to your brain. Here is why you are stuck into distractions. Here is why even you know that I have to complete so many things, and whenever you have your phone, you just start scrolling and scrolling. And let me tell you that how you can get rid of it. For me, as I told you at the beginning of the video, that I have a person who helped me to get away from distractions, and that person is not anyone else. That person is my future self. So here is the psychology behind it. What you can do is that you can imagine your future self, your dream person, your idol, your inspiration here next to you, and just assume that that person is watching you each and every single day, watching your decisions, your choices, the mindset that you have, everything. Will you still choose to do that thing in front of that person? Like, will you still choose to scroll in front of the person who knows that it's gonna destroy you? A person whom you really fear, and you know that if I still keep on scrolling, I'll not be able to be that person that I wanna be. It sounds a little silly, but it really works. Try the things that I have told you and let me know that if it worked for me, is it working for you or not? So, all the best to you, all the best to me. Bye bye.